As I'm looking to evaluate this integral, I kind of looked for u sub, but if I let what's under the square root be my u, 1 minus x to the 12th, then my du, I would need an x to the 11th, and I have an x to the 5th, so that's not going to work, but that gives me a clue what I could do. What if I let u equal x to the 6th? Then du would be 6x to the 5th dx, and I've got the right power of x that I need then, that x to the 5th. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 6. Now I can replace the x to the 5th dx with 1/6 du. So let's go ahead and do the u substitution. So that's going to equal, and I'm going to bring the 7 out in front and the 1/6 that's part of my du. And so then I will be left with the square root of 1 minus. Now remember that u is x to the 6th, and I need an x to the 12th, so that's going to be u squared. Now I've got it in a form I can see how to integrate. I can do trig sub. I'm going to make a triangle, and I label it so the hypotenuse must be 1 and the opposite side u, and then this side would be square root of 1 minus u squared. So sine of theta equals u over 1, or u will be my trig substitution, and du is going to be cosine theta d theta. Now that I have that ready, I'm going to put it from right here. We'll end up down below here. Let's do the trig substitution. So I got 7/6 integral square root of 1 minus u is sine theta. I need u squared, so sine squared theta, and then du, and du is cosine theta d theta. All right, now that I have the trig substitution, I'm going to do some simplifying. I know this is cosine squared theta, and the squared and the square root will just leave a cosine. So this integral, I can combine the two cosine thetas, so it's going to be 7/6 integral of cosine squared theta d theta. Okay, so I know how to deal with that with the half angle formula. I'll come down below. I've got 1/2. I'll bring that out in front to join the 7/6. So 7/12 integral of 1 plus cosine 2 theta d theta. All right, let's go ahead and do the integration. So I've got 7/12 theta plus 1/2 sine 2 theta plus a constant. Now I'm ready to get it back in terms of u and then back in terms of x. So first of all, sine 2 theta, I'm going to replace that with 2 sine theta cosine theta, the double angle identity, because my triangle will tell me what theta is, not 2 theta. The 2 and the half will cancel. Now let's go ahead then, and we have 7/12 theta. Well, if I come back up here, I can solve for theta. It would just be sine inverse of u. So I've got sine inverse of u plus, I need sine theta, that's just u, multiplied by cosine theta. Back to my triangle here, cosine theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's square root of 1 minus u squared, and then that whole thing is plus c. Okay, we're ready now to get it back in terms of x. So we've got 7/12 sine inverse of u, which is x to the 6th, and then we have plus u, which was x to the 6th. Whoops, we need that 7/12, either parentheses or distribute it through. I'm going to distribute it through, so x to the 6th square root of 1 minus u squared. U is x to the 6th, x to the 6th squared is x to the 12th, plus a constant.